This is the Shawn Yankey Show.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Today, we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack.
This episode of the Shawn Yankey Show is being brought to you by the support of viewers like me. We realize the importance of independent media and truth in this time of mass deceit and propaganda. We have decided to fight for and support it to keep it alive. You can help us in this fight for truth. Contribute at patreon.com/Shawn Yankey. Thanks for coming to the show. It'll begin soon.
Hey, everybody, get in here. It is time once again for the Shawn Yankey Show. I am Shawn, and this is the Shawn Yankey Show. So come on in. You are right on time, no matter where you're at. We're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So no matter where you're at, please take part in the show, because what this is a discussion-driven chat show. We gather every weeknight and have a conversation driven around the comment section. So we always have a really good talk and hang out and a really good vibe around here. So let me say hi to everybody who's here and get us going. Lolly got first tonight. Hey, Lolly. Jones here. Samuel, you're in the house. All right. Good to see you. Hey, Lee. Dana's here. Melissa, Dale. Hey, Ron, Lisa's here. All right. I'm glad to see you guys are all getting in, because this is a good night to come into the Shawn Yankey Show. This is motivation night. We'll be doing motivational tonight. That's our theme for the evening anyways. But like I said, it'll all depend on the comment section. We will be driving around the comment section and drawing inspiration from there for where we go. So you never know. But yes, as Ron is saying, sharing is caring. You got to share this out. You got to get this out. This is just a little independent show, completely dependent on you guys to get it out and share it and spread it out far and wide. I shared it a little bit, not as much as I would have liked. That intro is quick. That's only 2 minutes. You know, as you can see, it's not even enough time to finish a cigarette. I really hate that I never finish it, ever. And today I was like, I'm not putting it out. It's like half there. I'm going to finish it. But Ron's right. Smash them shits. If you are here on Facebook, they have react buttons that are made, custom made for you to play like a piano. And the more you hit them, the more it helps. It's not only entertaining for me. I love seeing them little bubbles with your faces go up the screen, but it helps us do better in the algorithm. But hey, Marie and Carrie and anyone else that I missed, I'm sorry, but I want to go ahead and get us going. What we do on Tuesdays is we focus on us. We focus on building ourselves up. And Bruce Lee has a quote that I wanted to start us off with tonight. And it's, life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later, The man who wins is the man who thinks that he can. Now, this is truth. That is why we do motivation on Tuesday nights around here. There's many reasons, but it's truth. It fits in perfectly. And this world is evil, and it can be overwhelming. But if you stay mentally strong, you can defeat and rise above the evil forces surrounding us. And in the end, it is that strength of character that will allow us to overcome them. So we work on ourselves on Tuesday nights because we must. This fight that we're in, this war, we are the leaders in it. It's a confusing fight at times. And it's draining. So it's important to work on yourself and to work on your mind and your mentality and your thoughts and keep all that in line. Because this evil world full of deceit and corruption is dying because of us. And by working and focusing on ourselves, building our foundation and creating a secure base mentally, we will be able to not only fight back, but sustain and survive what is to come. And that is the goal of Tuesday nights and what we do and work on every Tuesday night. So if you're here, that's what we'll be doing. But like I said, we can talk about absolutely anything. I have a few news stories pulled up too that I wanted to get into and talk about with you guys. But that is what we do on Tuesdays. And I made a video for you. We'll be watching it in just a few minutes. And it is a motivational speech. And afterwards, we'll talk more about other things. Something I want to get going in the future, but I wanted to get a guest to come on, a prepper. I want to get more preppers and more prepping information and meld that into Tuesday nights as well. So I think that would be helpful and good for us to work on as well for what's coming and what we're heading towards. But let's see. Anybody else just get in? Lee's here on Facebook as well. Good to see you, Lee. Hey, I'm trying to get a hold of you. I got Telegram finally. I'm trying to expand our social media reach. And I keep hearing everybody talk about Telegram. Dude, it's just a messenger service. What do you do with it? I have no idea what to do with it now. I have it. The Shawn Yankey Show is now on Telegram. I don't know what to do with it. And speaking of new platforms that we're on, we are now on Gab TV officially. We've now officially launched over there. I've got 6 videos up so far, and not a one has a like yet. So you can get over to Gab TV and give us our first like on Gab. And that's going to be, that and Rumble will be the new homes for the videos, the original content and the backups for the shows. I'm going to store everything there. So it's a good place to follow us. And another great place to follow anything to do with the show is the ShawnYankeyShow.com. Go over there and check that out. That's our official website. But if you guys are ready, I want to go ahead and play the video that I made for you guys. This is a short motivational speech, and afterwards we'll hang out and I got some other things I want to talk about with you, and we'll continue on with the motivational talk. We try to stay positive for at least a full hour. That's the commitment that I give. Because look, this night is for me as well. I'm not an optimist. This takes a lot of work. To even put together these little motivational speeches takes a lot of work because, hell, I'm mostly a pessimist. It takes a lot of effort to be positive for me. So, I hear I got some likes over on Gab. I'm about to go check that out. Yeah, Michael, I enjoy it. Telegram is apparently another free speech type platform for messaging, I guess. I didn't know what it was. I just was told over and over again, I got to get Telegram. I got to get Telegram. So I finally get it, and it's a messaging app. I don't know what to do with it. But if you're ready, we're going to switch the background here, and I'm going to show you the video I made for you. and then we'll get back right after that and continue on with the show. This is the Shawn Yankey Show. It's motivation night, and this is the brand new video I made for you guys. This is all in your head. All of it. Every bit of it. Once you learn that simple truth, you can begin to take control of your life. Because life is not what happens to you. It's your reaction to what happens to you. And your perceptions of situations and the obstacles of life in the end determine your reactions to them. And all of this, every bit of it, begins in your very own mind. You are constantly making choices that affect your life, whether you realize it or not. Thousands of tiny choices. And if you become aware of the fact that you are actually creating your own existence with those little decisions, then you can steer your life where you want it to go. Because life will happen to you, but you can choose how you respond to it when it does. Because all of this, every bit of it, is in your head. And you are under constant attack. Literally, we all are. We are in a war, a spiritual war. A negative, defeatist agenda is at play against you at all times. But as Sun Tzu said, victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. You start winning this war we are in by winning it in your own mind first. You see yourself doing good and you do good. It's simple. Believe in the possibilities instead of empowering the possible dangers that may or may not even exist. They could not even be real. You're worrying about shit that may never even happen. But this belief, that's your foundation, your base, belief and vision. And you build everything from there. This is step one. Don't even try to do anything until you take ownership of your own thoughts. Because you have got to stop defeating yourself in your own head before you even ever begin anything. That's why you stay stuck. That is what keeps you mentally running around in circles. You are doing that to yourself. You are creating those situations. You are chasing those rabbits down those holes. Be honest with yourself. It's true. You are giving power to worries and concerns that may never even come to be. You are making these imaginary dangers real and giving them power over you. Power to stop you dead in your tracks and keep you stuck in a life that makes you unhappy because you're scared of what might happen. So stop focusing on what could go wrong and instead put your mind on all of the things that can go right. What can happen if you believe in yourself and move forward and put in the work and take the steps towards doing what you want to do. See yourself winning. See yourself accomplishing what you want in this life. But to begin to do that, you first have got to give yourself permission to be happy. Don't be the one who is holding you back from what you want. 9 times out of 10, if you're really honest with yourself, which I know is very hard to do at times, but if you're honest with yourself, you will find that it is usually you that is stopping yourself from living the life that you want. And it's you that is keeping you from becoming the person that you have always wanted to be. You have defeated yourself. in your own mind before the battle even began. You have convinced yourself that you cannot have better and trained yourself to settle for less, all without ever even thinking about it, just automatically. And this is what you must never do. Life is a bitch, and people will line up to convince you that you can't improve or better yourself, and you can't do shit about that, but you can completely take ownership of your own mind and control your thoughts. You can learn to think differently. It's all in your head after all. So tear down these illusionary walls that you have built in your mind that are restraining you from the life that you want, and instead build pathways towards what you want out of this life. Give yourself permission to dream and to chase after those dreams. And see yourself winning at this game of life, and you will soon find that what you focus on starts to materialize, because all of this, every bit of it, is in your head. And that's the thing they don't want you to realize. Those that seek to keep you down, that you are actually in control. No one else. You. You are creating your own world, and it all begins in your own mind. Control it, or it will control you. Now, this is a simple concept in theory, but I realize from experience that it is very hard to do. It takes discipline and work, and is a constant struggle, but it will get easier with time and practice. And if you do this, your whole life will change. I promise you. It really is all in your head. Own it, control it, and you can create the existence that you want and live the life that you desire, because you are infinitely powerful. Nothing is impossible for you if you believe. So control your thoughts. Be aware of your mindset. Observe instead of constantly reacting. Be creative in the face of obstacles instead of defeated and overwhelmed by them, because it's all tiny choices, and it's all in your head. Thanks for watching this video, and if it spoke to you, please hit like and share to spread this message of truth and help someone else realize this is all in our heads. We are in control. And most importantly, we can live the life that we wish if we just believe. All right, y'all. That was tonight's video. It's all in your head. And it is. All of it. All of it. Things are going to happen. Things are going to get bad. People are going to try to get in your way. All kinds of things are going to happen. But the way you react to it, that is what you're in control of. That is all in your head. Your perception. Thank you. You know what's funny is I'm working on it, right? I'm actually trying to strengthen it and make it better and get my voice better. I was doing scales before the show. I've been doing vocal warm-ups, before I record, and I'm trying to do it now before the show even. Babel's heard me and was making fun of me. She's like, were you doing fucking scales? I was like, yes, I was. I'm trying to live my dreams. Babels. I want to do this and get paid in the shade, get diamond hands. And I can't get diamond hands on Facebook no more, because Facebook has decided that we cannot monetize. Not that we ever were, but we can't. So there's that. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wanted to do more with the visuals. I'm getting real good with the audio. I'm really learning a lot with my audio program. I want to learn more with the visuals, but I liked it. It was cool. I liked the little computerized brain. Thank you for supporting it. I appreciate it. This is what I love to do, hang out with you guys. But those videos are hard. The motivational speeches, the rants are really tough to write and put together sometimes, because sometimes I'm not in that mentality. So this helps me this night. Hopefully you guys get value from it as well. But yeah, it really does help me. I was thinking today, actually, I was out smoking. I'm back out in the shed now. Like I told you, we barely freed Shawn's weed. We freed Shawn's weed because it was very, very, very cold. Babel's let me smoke upstairs because it was super cold. Well, now it's not as cold. So now I'm back outside. So I was out there and I was thinking about it. And I was thinking about all of our different themes, news on Monday, Tuesday's motivation, Wednesday's conspiracy theories, Thursday's rants, Friday's guests. I'm like, this is the complete package. It's all little pieces of me, and all of my interests all blended into a week. And, the best way to see that is by coming on a Saturday night and watching the week in review with us. And we're going to continue to do that as long as I'm able to. I'm having a little more difficulty getting a hold of my videos, and which is weird. It used to be easy. I used to be able to get them from multiple sources, but now they're all shutting it down. And that's what I intend to do. I will fake it till I make it. I'm doing what I want to do. I've already made it. One of my mentors in writing, anyway, is Stephen King, and in his advice about what makes you a pro. And I've went with this advice ever since I first heard it. I even feel this way about my stand-up. If you've been paid and then, turn around and use that money to pay a bill, you're a professional. And if you're doing what you love, you've already made it. So this makes me happy doing this. But yeah, it is tough. It is tough sometimes. And it's a lot of work. But I am faking it till I make it, for sure. Lolly says we'll have to get you one of those fancy throat scarves like the hoity-toity voicey people wear. It'll go with your hat. You think it'll fit? I think it'll be nice, right? And it'll keep my throat warm. Keep me sounding buttery. So I was telling Babels, she's like, you doing scales? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to be buttery, Babels. Trying to do good. Yeah, that's weird. It did that to Ginger too. What's going on with that? I don't know. Then I hope they're not doing the same thing that was going on with Michael and Joy. Yeah. Tammy says she sees it. I see them sometimes, and sometimes they go away. Like just now, it was there for me. But like Ginger's is gone. It's weird. Jessica says that she's going to create self-sufficiency on her own land. I'm the only thing in the way of that dream coming true. That sounds really good too, and a very good idea. Being as self-sufficient as you possibly can is the best thing to do. You want to be dependent on this system. That's the worst place to be. It's like Paul was saying today, there was a lot of people in Texas that would have really benefited from seeing our show a couple weeks ago about preparing, just about getting food ready for a couple weeks, and the little Terrapot heater that he was talking about, and different tips like that. We're going to do more of that kind of stuff coming up in the future. I'm going to learn more prepper tips and things like that to share and get it again. And I'm having trouble speaking today. I'm going to try to get some guests, some preppers to come on and give us tips and things like that. Marie says she's been trying to buy Doge since last night. I have an iPhone, so can't use that. My desktop doesn't have enough hard drive space to download what I need. Well, it's the time to get in. It's under 5 cents right now. And the richest man in the world is hyping Dogecoin. So I'm not saying go crazy, but I bought like $20 worth. Why not? I'd rather get it and then find out this is all stupid and I wasted $20 than not get it and find out it's going to be worth like a Bitcoin, 50,000 a piece. You know what I mean? Go crazy like that. I mean, he did make a ton of money in Bitcoin. I don't know. I've done dumber things with $20, but yeah, I don't know how to get it for tell you how to get it. It took me 2 weeks of trying to figure out different ways and jump through little hoops and get my applications approved. And I finally got through on Robinhood, which was the one I didn't want to use because they were the ones that were stopping trades and stuff during the game stonks. You know, when the people were rising up against Wall Street and taking their power back, Robinhood swooped in and stopped the trades. I didn't want to use them, but that was the one I finally got through. The Dollar Vigilante. That sounds official. So yeah, that's being recommended there as well. Elon's not the only celebrity. Snoop Dogg was tweeting about Dogecoin with his face on the little coin instead of the dog logo. I'm telling you, I'm gonna put a little bit of money in it. Why not? Oh well. Like I said, I've wasted $20 on worse. What awful video. Tammy says that she was crying before she got on because she watched some awful video. So you needed this. Well, I'm glad to hear that, you know, that's over with. But what awful video? Let me go up a little bit and see. Oh, I can't. I see it. Sometimes I can't go up far enough to look for stuff. Samuel says that Robinhood does work on iPhone, and that's how he got his Doge. I feel fancy now. Like I don't even know why. It's just I got me some. Got a little bit of Doge. You know, thinking about retirement, going on cruises with the family. Lee says Robinhood is on Reddit for him. Oh, there's a video of a bunch of kids fighting, apparently. Oh. Monero? I haven't heard of that one. I know very little about this. I really should. That's why every time it comes up, I try to correct myself because I'm like, I really shouldn't be giving financial advice. I'm actually horrible with money. It's like water in my hands. I cannot keep it. So don't listen to me about how to get any. I'm just getting in on something that I'm hearing a lot about. It does sound fancier to say Doge. Yeah, instead of Dogecoin. Well, okay. Let's see. There were some other things I wanted to talk about with you guys, but this is always the tricky part of trying to work in different topics into motivational night, because I always feel like I need to stay positive for the whole spin of it, and a lot of the news is just very, very negative. But let me see, is there anything? This is positive. I like this. I mean, nothing will come of it, but it's interesting. So nearly 36 House Democrats yesterday called on Biden to relinquish his sole authority to launch nuclear weapons. They don't want Biden's finger on the button. And they're saying it's so no one single person can incite a nuclear war. But I think it's because you don't want someone with dementia having access to that. You smoking on lemon OG? Man, I bought me some. I went to the flower shop. Look at that. This I almost didn't get this because of this box. I don't know why. It's just a box. But isn't that creepy looking? But this is 818 headband. This is, let me show you the box a little better. Isn't that creepy? But this is the Jimi Hendrix strain. That's who this is inspired by, and that was concentrate that I got. And then this is Clementine. So that's what I'm smoking on. It's 818 headband and Clementine. And I saw this, Ginger. That is inspirational. You guys raised that money to save the single mom from homelessness. You know, it's beautiful when people come together like that and pool their resources together to help. And that was inspirational. I saw you talking about how you had reached your goal. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, that was positive, right? Yeah. I think so. You know, how long do you think? I don't think Biden will be in office for a full year. How long do you think Biden sticks around? Because maybe they prop him up for the entire 4. He's not really the president. I mean, you know, it's kind of like when George W. Bush was president. He's just a front man. Michelangelo wants to grow headband this year. I like it. It's nice, and it's got a good taste to it. Even it's got a really good buzz to it, and the Clementine's nice. My favorite that I've had in a really long time is Cinderella 99, and I want to come across that again because that was really good. You know, different strains hit different people different ways. Marie's got her money on 3 months, maybe a year. I think a year too. I don't think he makes it past a year. Ginger doesn't care. She dislikes all of them. I understand that. Ron C., look, Ty was saying this, that they don't really have this authority, that they're basically testing us, seeing if they can get away with or getting our consent to do a lot of this. And apparently there's a video of a dude in a Canada airport telling cops and everybody what's up. And all he got was a fine, a slap on the wrist. So stand up and resist tyranny. Yeah, cause disruptions in this bullshit every chance you get. That is all that will put a stop to it. The only thing that will is us. We are the leaders. We must inform and show people why we're resisting as well. It's not enough just to resist. Oh, really? Oh, really? She's already making his phone calls. That's interesting. Clementine had you paranoid? I don't really get paranoid from smoking. I've heard about that. I know people do, but I've never really experienced it. I'm sorry. I was trying to make sense of that comment. I get it, I think, but I like the way he talks. When I grow, it is all good, always with the love of God, always fat, always super potent medicine. Dude, I would put that on a label and put that on my product. Paul's going to open a cannabis business. That'd be good branding. That's a good quote to put on your stuff. And Ginger, I totally agree with you. These puppets, if they're not fighting for Assange, can all fuck off. And that's a good way to gauge them all. If they're not pushing for that, then they're worthless. You know, what's happening to him is criminal. But I really think it's going to fall on us. I don't think anybody's going to save him. It's our responsibility to remove societal consent for what's happening to him. Now, Samuel, this is a better topic for tomorrow, but I've seen a lot about this, and it's interesting, some of the things that I've seen. I don't know. Maybe we add it to the poll. I want to get the new poll up for the next topic tomorrow. I do too. Hey, if it can be destroyed by the truth, it should be. That's what we believe in. That's what our philosophy is around here at this show. Jones says they're having hearings about everything but ways to help the struggling people. Well, they don't care. Everything they do is just gestures to make it look like they do. They're just putting on a show. It's theater. Lee says that there currently is 2 presidents. One for the Corporation of America and one for the people. I don't know, man. Look, I was going to talk about a story on the Morning Yank today about them cloning a ferret. There's some shit that they can do that is just ridiculous. I don't know. I feel like minimal, he's unfit for the job. I would have to look more into the clone theory before I could really speak on it. But Marie doesn't think it's the real Biden as well. Yeah, the wreck. I have that up too. But again, I was trying to figure out how to even talk about it. Yeah, Tiger Woods had a bad wreck and was injured pretty bad, I heard. I just heard about it. But yeah, they're covering that more than the Capitol hearing. But look, this Capitol hearing is bullshit. We were talking about that on the Morning Yank today too. This is complete bullshit. They know exactly what happened at the Capitol. They let it happen. It was orchestrated and arranged and allowed. They defended the Capitol and then they had their little false flag. They built that scenario from the ground up. They know exactly what happened. No, he's barely standing. He can barely speak. He struggles to speak. And it makes sense when he does. And he even is dropping the N-word and just he can't focus. It's clear to me that he's unfit for the job, minimal. Ron says that people can't blame the government for all this. It's us bozo clowns that allow the tyranny that comes. We allow it. We tolerate it. We let it happen. That's true. That's right. That's absolutely true. Nothing he just said is a lie. And we can turn this whole thing around. We can put it on the right path. But we must take responsibility and do the work. And it starts with ourselves and our local communities and the people around us. That's what we must do, So, like we were talking a little bit about politics earlier, I just think it's hero worship and dangerous, and theater. Yeah. Ron asked if he really said the N-word. Oh yeah, he did. In a speech he was giving, he dropped the N-word. He was searching for a different word, agenda, but it came out the N-word. So yeah, he just struggles a lot to speak and has a lot of problems with forming sentences. Lee asked, didn't they clone Dolly, a sheep, way back in the 80s? How far advanced must they be now? Yeah, I remember reading about that a long, long time ago. I don't know exactly when, but the 80s sounds right. And yeah, there was a story about that ferret today, and I'm like, what else have they done? It's ridiculous. Jones says that Biden has bright blue eyes, but not anymore. Not even on his picture on the Time magazine covers. Now his eyes are brown. All right, that's it. It's going on the poll. Yeah, the ferret story. I was going to cover that this morning on the Morning Yank, but we didn't get to it. There was another article that I read today that I was looking at that I thought we might talk about. And it was, of course, from CNN. And their slant on it is very different than what I'm going to say. But the article was, why has Donald Trump fought so hard to keep his tax returns secret? I think it's pretty simple. You know, this goes on to, it's just laced with heavy TDS basically, but basically making him a supervillain and all these other different reasons. I don't think he's as rich as he says he is. I think it's that simple. I think he doesn't want you to see that. He's like on paper rich. A lot of rich people are, though. You know, and then also, like Lolly was saying the other day, that he used these tax loopholes and manipulations of the system, but they all do. That's why, you know, it's simple. It makes perfect sense to me. Why they would still want to see them is what doesn't make sense to me. Why they're still focusing on Trump at all, you know. But Trump is still staying in politics too. He's participating in RNC fundraiser coming up and keeping himself in that arena and talking about how the MAGA movement will live on, which worries me because I just want the hero worship to end and all that to stop so that we can make real change, because it has to be us, like Ron was saying. It's never going to be somebody else doing it for us. Not any of this. Not freeing Assange, not making real change, not changing anything, doing anything. It's not going to be any hero that does it for us. Michael Anjoy says he was trying to create a super soldier, and they had a big giant thing. Do you guys remember Jesse Ventura had a whole bunch of documents about it and everything? Sounds like something else good for the poll, which I want to get up tomorrow. I'm hoping to get that up tomorrow for the next topic. And yes, New Jersey legalized cannabis. That is good news. Another one bites the dust. Man, we're getting closer and closer and closer to legal on the federal level, which is the ultimate goal. And then decriminalized. I should have said that is the ultimate goal. Expunge everyone's records, anyone that is being persecuted over this plant, and get this miracle to everyone. Get everyone access to this. Exactly, Ginger. They want you focusing on Trump to distract all of us from what they are doing and what and not paying attention to even what they're not doing. He's a convenient distraction. He does a very good job of it. He's very well suited to that position. Whether in on it or not, fits the need. That's another good one for the poll. So yeah, that's going to go up tomorrow, I hope. And so we can get our next video up. CJ says he lived in Jersey and they had easy access to weed without the government's grubby hands involved. But see, look, I want people like Joan to have access to it. And everybody to have access to it. I don't want anybody to be restricted from it. And unfortunately, that I don't see how we do that without the government getting their grubby little hands involved. But now, see, look, why would he do that, though? You think? What did he run for the House for? And then a step down, he was president of the United States. That would be a little weird, wouldn't it? I don't know how that would work. You know, isn't it interesting now, the verbiage on these kids in cages? Now how they're calling them facilities and COVID safe, and all of this is in their best interest, and painting it with rainbows. It reminds me of all those memes people would share about the Democrats. It's exactly what they are. They're the same. They just paint it with flowers and rainbows. The exact same shit, if not worse. Ron says when we want a circus, we get the best carnival barker in the biz. But he can run for president in 2024 without running for the House, right? He could do that anyway. Well, I don't know. I hope he writes a book, and then him and Melania enjoy their time in their retirement. I hope they retire and are very, very happy and live a great life out of politics. I don't want to go down that road again. See, this is what I don't want us to do. I don't want us to start doing this. And if he does this, then if he does that, he'll be able to do this. And then one day JFK Jr. will morph out of the shadows and everything's going to be okay. He's never going to be able to save us. He's entertaining. I get that a lot of people like him and maybe want him to even be president again. Maybe he will be, but nothing will change because of that. Nothing will get better for you because of that. And again, if he does, Jessica's most likely right. It'll be because it fits their agenda. But let me remind everybody real quick again what's coming up the rest of this week. Tomorrow night is Conspiracy Theories and Chill, so we're going to gather and talk about conspiracy theories. I want to keep it paranormal because of our guest on Friday night. Friday night, Philip Polk Palmer is returning to the show to hang out with us and have a discussion, so I'm really excited about that. And then Thursday's rant night, of course. And that's what's coming up the rest of this week. And then the week in review on Saturday. As long as I'm able to keep doing it, and as long as I can get the videos, we'll do it. That sounds accurate. That sounds accurate to me. That'll be entertaining. The Dominion trial. But Ginger's right, and as sad as it is, it's a corporation anyway, and not a democracy, but a republic. So almost everything about it is a lie. And it's not broken. It was built this way and functioning exactly as intended. We didn't do it. We actually messed up a long time ago, but now I really messed up. I got negative. I didn't make it. It's hard. It's real hard. But that's why we constantly work on it. Didn't say I was a master. No Mr. Miyagi. No expert. I just know that it's true. You have to work on yourself. You have to take ownership. You have to build and work on yourself and have a strong foundation. And that starts with your controlling your thoughts, because it is all in your head. Well, let's see. What do you guys want to get into? Is there anything you want to talk about before we wrap up tonight? Anything you guys want to get into? Ginger says they will never let the people win. It's not up to them. They're losing their hold. I really believe that. I really believe that's why they're acting so erratically. You know, they're losing their grip. They know it. And that's true. Every single moment is a chance to start over. Don't let yourself be weighed down by your past. And Ron's right. Good vibes save lives, and the power of love can save the world. I feel like that's a song. Is that a song? Samuel says that the fact that the military is about to step in is a thought that few folks can comprehend. Treason was committed. Public hangings are coming for treason, just like when Lincoln did it. March 4th? I don't know. I hope so, because you're right. You're not lying. Everything you said was true. So if there's justice in the world, if justice is served, that'll be what happens. Have we had a Jack sighting? Hey, Jack. Hi, Jack. I miss Jack. I grow fond of you guys and attached. Jack's been very busy. Is it a cannabis garden? A garden of happiness? I want to grow. That's the only reason why I asked. I need to. You know, it's expensive. This little box, this little treat that I got myself, it's expensive. It's too much. It's criminal how much this is. So I need to get self-sufficient myself with my medicine. Good night, Ginger. Have a good night at work. We're actually going to be wrapping up soon, too. I got to get in the kitchen to get my dinner. It's getting cold. Babel's got us dinner, I think, from I don't even know from where. But I'm going to go out there and have dinner. And then while I'm having dinner, we're going to have our watch party. After the show every night, we gather and have a watch party for anyone interested in hanging out. So that'll be on my Facebook timeline. But check out the ShawnYankeyShow.com. Go over there. That's our website. Look around and, you know, because eventually we hope to be streaming to the website directly. That's the ultimate goal. And then check us out on Gab TV because we'll be uploading content over there now. And yes, free, keyword, free Shawn's weed is way too expensive. But thanks so much for gathering tonight and hanging out with me at the Shawn Yankey Show. I will see you guys tomorrow night for Conspiracy Theories and Chill. Have a great night.